Hello there, fellow Monster Madness ghouls and goblins. You're currently hearing the voice of a girl with no name, and it's here with very, very clear intentions to sound the alarm. Before you listen any further, beware that frightful spoilers and deliciously explicit language lie ahead. For once you find yourself in the midst of those telltale bumps in the night and the haunting howls of host laughter and cinematic judgment, there is no turning back. Choose wisely.
My mask and grin in darkness bright, I summon forth the one affright, mime of shadowed blight. Return to us this Halloween night.
Hi, hello, welcome to this Featurette. Should I call it Featurette Fridays? Is this going to come out on a Friday? I don't know. It's a Featurette episode of Monster Madness.
I thought you were asking me, and I'm like, I don't fucking know what your plans are with these things. You just tell me where to be, when to be, and what we're talking about.
That's my platonic hetero life mate, Matt. I'm Erika. Welcome to Monster Madness.
Can we be hetero life mates if you are in fact not hetero?
I don't know.
Like, it's a quote from a Kevin Smith movie, and I recognize and appreciate that, but...
We both like ladies, so that makes us
True.
the same.
But does that not make us both lesbians? By definition?
You're my platonic lesbian life mate, Matt. I'm going to get you a shirt that says it.
2, please.
For sure. One that can be...
Well, I need one without sleeves.
Yep,
and
I know.
One with sleeves. Yep,
Oh, I know.
There you go.
I know.
There you go. That's how you know I like a shirt, is if I get 2, because then one can be a sleeveless.
I know you. Oh, I know. I have like 3 of every fucking Drown the Lifeguard shirt. And in the summer, I was like, I need more like sleeveless shit. And I was just like, zoop.
I can always get you, not at this time. In the future, I can always get you more. Because
Ayo.
I don't have any more. But
There it is. I will always take free handouts. Before we get into the episode, you know the drill, the plugs. You can find Monster Madness on all your favorite podcasting platforms, sites, things of that nature. Matt streams, I join him, drums, games, things of that nature. I don't drum, he does. If you want to watch it live, join our socials so you can see when those streams are coming about. If not, you can always catch them on our YouTube channel. Not the drum streams, those, because some people don't like copywritten music to be out in the world for free.
I think we could get away with it on YouTube as long as you don't monetize the video. Twitch, on the other hand, mutes the shit out of everything. I could just record it locally. Whether you leave this in or not is up to you. But I could record it locally. We could always re-upload it. And if you just don't monetize the video, I think you should be fine.
I don't know. They always yell at me even before I upload the video. They're like, you realize there's copywritten shit in there? And I'm like, do you realize that the guy who's playing the fucking song is right there streaming? So I've won a lot of battles with YouTube.
Fair. Oh, yeah. I mean, I've had copyright strikes against my own songs before, but yeah. Yeah, I do like, when I do wrestling videos, I always make them unlisted, and they'll still like copyright ding me, even though it's not a strike because I don't have ads because my personal YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a whole fucking thing, which maybe I should change that if I'm going to keep dumping out these playthrough videos.
Dumping out these playthrough videos.
I mean, as of recording this, I have one coming out tomorrow, and I have 2 more that are just unlisted until I'm ready to release them. We'll see how I feel about it, but I did the drums for 2 more earlier today.
Nice.
It's so much easier when I can just walk downstairs and play my drums than be like, content.
I mean, we're here. One of us is queer.
I was going to say Erika's queer. I'm not.
I'm just so smart. We're just vibing, bitch. We've been doing this so much lately. We're on fire. But yeah, join our socials, send us some emails, rec things. Just talk to us. We want to chat with you. We'll read it on the show. All the links will be posted in the show notes. Today, tonight, tomorrow, whenever you decide to listen to this, we're stepping into the eerie, creepy world of Massacre at the Mirage, a survival horror game that turns an abandoned movie theater into a death trap.
If I were the devil, if I were the Prince of Darkness, I'd want to engulf the whole world in darkness. And I'd have 1/3 of its real estate and 4/5 of its population, but I wouldn't be happy until I'd seized the ripest apple on the tree. So I'd set out, about however necessary, to take over the United States. I'd subvert the churches first. I'd begin with a campaign of whispers. With the wisdom of a serpent, I would whisper to you as I whispered to Eve. Do as young. I will whisper that the Bible is a myth. I will convince them that man created God instead of the other way around. I will confide that what's bad is good and what's good is square. And the old, I would teach to pray after me, Our Father, which art in Washington. And then I'd get organized. I'd educate authors on how to make lewd literature exciting so that anything else would appear dull and interesting. I'd threaten TV with dirtier movies and vice versa. I'd peddle narcotics to whom I could. I'd sell alcohol to ladies and gentlemen of distinction. I'd tranquilize the rest with pills. If I were the devil, I'd soon have families at war with themselves, churches at war with themselves, and nations at war with themselves, until each in its turn was consumed. And with promises of higher ratings, I'd have mesmerizing media fanning the flames. If I were the devil, I would encourage schools to redefine young intellects, but neglect to discipline emotions. Just let those run wild. Until before you knew it, you'd have to have drug-sniffing dogs and metal detectors at every schoolhouse door. Within a decade, I'd have prisons overflowing. I'd have judges promoting pornography. And soon as I could evict God from the courthouse, and then from the schoolhouse, and then from the House of Congress. And in his own churches, I would substitute psychology for religion and deify science. I would lure priests and pastors into misusing boys and girls and church money. And if I were the devil, I'd make the symbols of Easter an egg and the symbol of Christmas a bottle.
So, Massacre at the Mirage is an action-adventure indie horror game developed by Tainted Pact. It was released on October 28th, 2024, and you can play it on your PC. And as of right now, that's all you can do with it. The game length, this one actually has a game length. It's not like Phasmophobia like we covered in our last Featurette episode where you could just play it and play it and play it. To do the main story, it takes about an hour and a half. If you do main story and some side stuff, about 2 hours. But if you want to complete the whole thing, 7 hours, which I don't believe Matt did. You beat this game? I don't remember.
I did. I know I got to the end where you fight the guy.
Then you beat it.
I did. The other one that was by the same developer, I didn't finish it because it got really fucking stupid.
Oh, the one with that fucking weird bunny that kept coming at you?
Yeah, I gotta look what the name of this one is.
So while Matt's looking that up, I'm going to steal a quick summary from Steam because I didn't feel like doing a lot of work for this game because I was supposed to rewatch the stream and I forgot to do that because I got really busy and blah, blah, blah. In Massacre at the Mirage, players are transported to the town of Crimson Ridge, where the local cinema, the Mirage, becomes the setting for a harrowing ordeal. The game unfolds through the perspective of both the theater staff and its patrons, each offering...
The other game was called Suffer the Night. That was the one that I didn't
it.
finish. That was
Suffer the Night. Yeah. I think actually on our YouTube. Let me look.
Suffer the Night should be out there because it would have been a Twitch stream, but
no, it definitely
I don't know
is.
if it's... Oh, it's just in a bundle. Don't be afraid to. It was just in a bundle with Massacre at the Mirage, so it's not the same developer or the same publisher.
Right. Ooh, we have 8 subscribers on our YouTube channel. Look at us fucking go. We are like in the green for everything. People just fucking watch these videos. It's so funny. I love it. Your most popular one is Fall Guys with Spa, and then Massacre at the Mirage is a second place with like 96 views.
Oh,
No, you got
I was way off.
Samsonite. I was way off. Yeah, no, you got a good bit, and you get a lot of likes. I love it. In Massacre at the Mirage, players are transported to the town of Crimson Ridge, where the local cinema, the Mirage, becomes the setting for a harrowing ordeal. The game unfolds through the perspective of both the theater staff and its patrons, each suffering a unique point of view on the unfolding terror. As the story begins, the staff is engaged in their routine tasks, preparing for another night of screenings. Unbeknownst to them, a mass killer disguised as a clown has infiltrated the theater. As the night progresses, the killer begins his deadly rampage. During the once familiar environment into a labyrinth of fear. Players must navigate the darkened corridors and hidden passageways of the Mirage, balancing the demands of their roles, such as serving moviegoers and managing theater operations, while evading the relentless assailant. The narrative delves into the personal stories of each character, revealing their backgrounds, fears, and motivations as they confront the escalating horror. Throughout the game, the eerie ambiance of the dilapidated theater enhances the sense of dread with flickering lights and the distant sounds that create an atmosphere of constant tension. The killer's unpredictable appearances keep players on edge, forcing them to make quick decisions to survive. As the climax approaches, the remaining character must confront the mass killer in a final desperate bid for survival. The game culminates in a tense showdown where the choices made by the players determine the outcome for each character, leading to the multiple possible endings based on their actions throughout the night. Bada bing, bada boom. Now, Matt, you played this. I did not. What's on the Matt Richter scale? What do we got?
In terms of what? Like, I have feelings about the game, but like it didn't like stick with me.
Well, give me your feelings. That's what this whole show is about, brother.
Well, I was just trying to like be in line with what you were asking. So I'm looking at my Steam statistics. I played it for roughly 2.5 hours. I think we did it in one shot. I 100% was drinking because I vaguely remember the time frame in which this happened. I remember being very perturbed. I don't want to say upset about the fact that like the coolest parts of every vignette of the game was just a cutscene as opposed to something that you could play until you get to the end where it's the final like I'm seeing my latest accomplishment was complete story mode, so I did finish it. So the fact that it missed the mark on a lot of points, but like ultimately it was a fun play. I wasn't upset that I played it. I clearly did it. I finished it. I streamed it. So
would you recommend this game?
This was
to other
4
people?
months ago at this point too, so I do want to throw that 100%. Especially, so let me see what it's $12.50 right now. 12. I mean, like we're splitting here because I would say like $10 or less, 100% worth it. Especially if you're a completionist. Like there's 6. Yeah, so there's 6 achievements I didn't unlock. I was looking to see what they all were, and most of them are like complete shifts in simulation mode, where I think you just work at the concession stand, which is a part of the game. So like that shit that doesn't really matter. Purchase all items from DeadX terminal, that I don't remember. Collect all plushies and shifts. Yeah, so it's like you could just make popcorn and sodas and shit. And then there was the Ectoblaster game that I got really close to finishing and then just tapped out on to finish the game. Yeah. That's the so all I missed was simulation mode of serving popcorn and then finishing an Ectoblaster, which was a mini game within the game when you are at the radio station. I think it was like a night DJ at the radio station. But like it's fun. It's fun if you like playing horror games, but don't want the jump scares to really have to be a factor.
Okay, that's a fair.
Because all the jump scares were taken out as that I remember at least that they became cutscenes. Like it's very worth a $10 playthrough, especially if you're only getting 3 hours out of it, 2-3 hours.
Yeah,
I know that there's the other one we had talked about, Suffer the Night, which is from the same publisher, I think. A game called Terror at Oakhurst, which I barely got into, but it's all from the same company. And it's like, I think I got them in a bundle.
Yeah.
This game specifically, if it's on sale for less than $10, I would say get it.
There you go.
After a lot of ranting.
Per my research, Massacre at the Mirage holds a very positive rating on Steam with 89% of users, giving it positive feedback. Metacritic has an 80 out of 100. This is a higher Metacritic than, here's the thing, I don't really fucking, hold much water into these ratings, but higher than Phasmo. I will ask you, do you think you would survive a night at the Mirage?
Ooh, see, that's a tough one. I have to like dig deep through my booze-soaked, drug-hold brain to remember a lot of the nuances.
I mean, he's a big clown.
Right, and I remember a lot of the kills were pretty unsuspecting and pretty out of the blue. So I'm going to go with a no. Not because I don't think I could handle myself, but because I think that there was a certain element of surprise that you can't plan for.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I loved watching you play it. I know. I think I was pretty active on the stream in the beginning, and then I switched to watching. And
I remember doing it was like in the
lurking.
middle of the day on like a Saturday. So
Yeah.
there's no reason you shouldn't have been unless you were doing something which you have no life, so you weren't. Love you.
Wow.
Meow.
Shots fired. Just catching strays out in these streets. Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I always enjoy when you stream. Though, like, when I saw clips of this game, people really hammed up the fear. I was like, this isn't really that scary. It's just, it can have unsettling moments. But, yeah, I mean, Massacre at the Mirage, it's such a short game. There's really not much to talk about. And it's kind of like your actions create consequences, so you can't really walk you through it. You got to kind of figure it out for yourself, which is games I'm super into right now. Which brings me to another question. Are you playing anything right now that you want to highlight?
If it's like nothing horror based, unfortunately.
That's fine. It doesn't have to be. I'm not playing anything horror based.
I am balls deep in Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I think I started Prestige 8 earlier today, and I have 5 days and 15 hours of playtime in since November.
Nice.
But that's an easy one where it's like I can play for 20 minutes and then put it down, or I can play for fucking hours.
What's that thing in Call of Duty right now where you can like become a piece of
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Or no, be a piece of furniture and like hide?
Oh, Prop Hunt?
There it is. Have you played that?
Yeah. So I've played Prop Hunt like once or twice. It would be way better if you had friends.
Well, yeah.
So like if you had a group of people that you could fill up one side, it would be a lot more fun than playing by yourself.
Okay.
So I haven't really done it. Like I was playing a little bit with Dylan before just because it's a double XP weekend and there's a Terminator event. So I spent way more money than I should on a Call of Duty game to be able to be the T-800 with and without the skin.
Okay.
But also when you play as a T-800, when you kill someone or just randomly just goes, fuck you, asshole.
Yes.
But it happens so frequently that it gets to be a little bit obnoxious.
Oh.
I'm not sick of it yet. Outside of that, I did pick up Outbreak.
Okay.
OUTBRK, the tornado chasing game,
Nice.
which has its moments. There's a lot of like, turn it on and then sit and wait for a storm to pop up. But whatever. Still Power Wash Simulator when it has something. I got real deep back into Sons of the Forest with Glitter for a bit. That's quelled, but I feel like that's something that's going to come back. And then I don't know.
Nice.
A lot of random shit. But there's WWE 2K25 comes out early March. I'm mildly excited for that. So
Pretty solid choices.
yeah, I mean, how about you?
I've been playing Life is Strange. I'm on the last chapter of that, so I'll probably finish that up. And I've enjoyed it for what it is. It's not the remaster or anything like that. It's literally no, I did have to buy it, so I might as well have bought the remaster, but whatever. I'm enjoying that. I want to continue the story. I want to play all those games because I'm really into these, like, your actions have consequences type games instead of it just being like, complete this mission, get to this next phase. I'm really liking, like, if you do this one thing, it changes the story.
Apparently, Road 96 is really good.
Okay.
And it's like a choose your own adventure.
Yeah, I didn't think that I would like choose your own adventure game, choose your own path type games. And then recently we'll do an episode on it soon. I played Until Dawn and I beat it in a weekend and I absolutely loved that game.
The remaster or the original?
The original.
I heard they're like making a fucking movie out of that game too.
Yeah, but it's completely like unrelated. I already looked it up. Cuz like that was part of the reason why I played it, because I was like, well, number one, it's free on PlayStation Plus. So I was like, okay, I'll give that a go. And then I saw that, the movie was coming out. I was like, well, I like watching, or I like playing the game before I watch the movie. And then I found out that they're not even really related. It's just kind of like, I don't even know. How you make a game like that into a movie, I don't really understand, but it is what it is.
You could, though, if you
could.
follow the story. You can't really do the choose your own adventure style unless it becomes a Netflix like they did with was it called Bandersnatch?
I have no
idea. It was
idea.
Black Mirror. It was a Black Mirror thing where you could like choose.
Oh no
how it played
shit!
out.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's
so
pretty cool.
Unless you do that, but still, like the basic premise of the. Correct me if I'm wrong. Until Dawn is the one. It's Wendigos.
Yes.
Okay. I was like, I knew it was that company, but I couldn't remember exactly which game. So it's like, so you could make like a kids go to the woods Wendigo story. Sorry, spoiler alert.
Yeah. I mean,
Game's like 10 years old, but
yeah, you're fine.
Yeah. So I'm like, there's ways to do it. They're not going to do it well because fucking why would they? Same reason that they made that Borderlands game, and I believe everyone hated that.
Yeah, I heard that movie did not do well. I didn't see it. I know that the Fallout show did really well. I only watched a couple of episodes of that. I like playing Fallout. I'm trying to think if there's any other like video game stuff coming out. I'm excited for the Minecraft movie because Jack Black. But
I recently there was a Your Mom's House clip where Tom Segura was talking to, I can't remember who it was, but about how he took his kid to the set, and his kid just sat and played with Jason Momoa's dog. And that was the best thing that he remembered, was playing with Jason Momoa's dog and not being at the scene of the movie for the video game that he loved.
of course,
It's like, so we could have stayed home and you could have played with a dog, but instead I flew you to New Zealand to play with a dog. Yeah.
I think I saw that clip.
It was pretty recent, so
Yeah.
I would imagine it's pretty...
Well, yeah, I mean, that's Massacre at the Mirage. There isn't much to talk about, but it gets a thumbs up, a yay from us. So let us know what you think, and if you played it, and will you play it? Hit us up, let us know. We'll catch you on the next one. This is a weird random, I don't know where this is gonna wind up in our feed, but we're recording it now, and it'll get to you eventually.
And that's Erika's problem to figure out, not mine.
Exactly.
Deuces.
Bye! Billy, I'm gonna fight you. Stop it. God.